Cousin Charlie he's too preoccupied. Hey, weatherman. Weatherman, I wish it was your birthday.
Yeah.
If it was your birthday, you know what I would do?
Those 5 points.
I went to 5 Points Saturday night. It was okay, but
I know what you would do.
What?
Whatever you wanted to do.
Cousin Charlie's up in here. Happy birthday! Hey, this little message. I'm talking to the young people out there.
You call to them with it.
I'm on. We talking to the young folks today. We're talking.
Oh, we got a young folk on, Brittany.
Brittany Renee, a young girl, is on here. I'm talking to you.
Hey, you know Brittany, she's on here every day. That's appreciative.
She's a great partner in life. She's a great encourager.
Rewarded of some sort.
She should be. She sure should be. 33 years young, Chad. Hey, you're still young enough to do this. I'm really talking to somebody that young David Estes. I'm really talking to somebody that is 24 years of age. Encouragement happens when a person needs courage, and give them Roy H. Williams. All these folks are getting on. Hey, I appreciate it. Okay, I want you to think about award equals diamond ring. Hey, that's coming. The diamond ring is coming. Okay, so I want you to think. You're 24 years old. You've gone to college. You're doing something. Hey, Jimmy, how are you, my man? I remember, I'm going to reflect back when I was 24, when I finally graduated college after 5.5 years of tremendous study. I studied abroad. I studied and I finally graduated college with a 2.3. But I remember when I was going through college and when I was getting out, I had one thing on my mind. I was pushing myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself to get ahead in life. I got to get ahead. I got to get rich. I got to do this by the time I'm 35 years old. So what my mind immediately did when I finally got out of NTSU is I started focusing professionally. All my focus...
What, take about 8 years?
Took me 5.5 years. It took me 5.5 years, but I finally got through there. But hey, I want anybody that is trying to help a young person, please share this stream to them. Share it on your stream. But I remember at 24 years old, I stopped thinking about personal development. Personal development at that time had come through public education and university teachings. So I immediately went into, I'm going to focus on getting the next job. I'm going to get that next job. Fast forward, I'm 110 years old now. If I could look back, I wish at 24, 25 years old, I would have focused more on personal development. Now let's talk about personal development. I'm from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I did move to Nashville, Tennessee twice. I've never lived within 30 miles of where I grew up. So personal development also has a lot to do with life experiences. Would everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Cousin Charlie? So what did you see? Imagine if I would have moved down to Florida just for 9 months, just to go down there. Let's just say if I worked in a restaurant, if I worked in a bar, but what it would have done is it would have given me new skills in my life. It would have given me a new way of looking at things, a new perspective. So what I was doing is, I can't do that. I don't have time for that. I'm 24 years old. I got to get ahead. None of that mattered. Moved to Vegas at 25. Never been there. That's pretty cool right there, Jim. And see, the fact that you did that, Jim, what it has done is it has made you a more rounded person, which will help you become a more professional person. So I don't believe you can advance your professional life until you advance your personal life. That's my opinion. So, like Weatherman, let's take him for example. Like in Hibben, this idea came from you. Weatherman.
Yes.
Let's talk about you. Weatherman studied. A lot of people do not know this. They do not have the awareness that Weatherman has a personal growth, personal understanding, emotional. He is a very, very religious, spiritual person.
Right.
And because, how long did you train yourself in the good book?
Golly, probably a good 8-9 years solid.
Okay, so Weatherman trained here, which has given him a personal skill set. A lot of people do not know this, but Weatherman is kind of one of my advisors. When I go to this guy when I need help with what I know or what I don't know or what I need to know. I go to him. The fact is, he's got this information that he he enriched his personal development with, and now he's got a gift to give other people. Am I talking in circles, or are people understanding
No,
what
it
I'm
makes
saying?
sense. You don't even really think about it because everybody has a unique ability.
That's exactly right.
And what it is not getting biblical. It's somebody's talents and their gifting that is for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you have a gift in a personal growth, like with your Grant Cardone and all these people you listen to. That's a gift that other people that you can give to help them feel better about themselves.
So I believe a lot of, thank goodness for the weatherman, I think these kids, they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves. They want to go out there and they want to get a job, but really what they should do is find themselves.
Yeah.
Your unique abilities come from your past. Jim McCarthy moved to Las Vegas. That's part. Well, think about this. If you just up in one day, you move somewhere, and you complete that mission, you feel different about yourself. There's a lot of self-belief. There's a lot of confidence. Hey, I can do this. A lot of people don't know this, but I was married once for 7 months, but I told Kim, I said, look, she wanted to move to Florida. I said, we'll move to Florida when I graduate college. And I chickened out. I never moved down to Florida. So think about that. Why did I not move to Florida? Fear.
Yeah.
Scared. Guess what happened? I have not developed enough of my personal life to overcome fear. You got to learn how to overcome fear. Too many people, they want to develop their professional life, but you got to start, I believe, this is just my opinion, you got to start with your personal life before you can enhance this professional life. Work on yourself. So if you're 24, 25 years old, 23 years old, you graduated college, hey, you're smarter than me, and you graduated at 22 or 23. What is something that you wish you would have done? What is something that you want to... Happy birthday, girl! It's the birthday girl. So think about this. What do you wish, Kathleen, you were 21 years old? How old are you now, 28?
When I was 18, I moved out. I went to college out of state, and then that's when I learned how to change a tire, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Florida. So I did that, and I'm going to push my girls. Go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk about Brittany Renee. Brittany Renee moved to Atlanta when she was 23. She was completely out of her comfort zone. She moved away from her whole family. Now, here's the one thing a lot of people probably would not know about our relationship. Brittany has a lot more self-belief than I do. Like if a task comes up, I sit there, I'm overthinking things, where she can just go do something. And it's very, very hard for her to understand. Like me and Nicholas, we don't have that. I'll sit there and wait 10 minutes on how do I put this together.
I can't do it.
Yeah, she has a lot of self-belief where she can do things. Here's where I messed up in my life. I was too focused on getting out into the workplace and trying to make money. That did not have an impact on me. When I was 35 years old, I started developing myself. I started working on me. And guess what happened from the time I was 35 into where I'm at now at 44? I mean, that's when my life started changing, is when I invested in me.
Most people, and I try to tell my daughter, of course, kids don't listen to their parents, and that's just part of it. If people young now will chase peace and not money or joy, then the money will follow. So what everybody's looking for is I got to get out there, I got to make money, I got to be rich, I got to do that. And guess what? You're not happy. If you just be 19, be 20, be 21, and find something that makes you happy, find something that you can find joy in, money will follow you.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Especially if you enjoy something.
If you're great at something, money will find its way
But
to
if you chase money, you'll chase that dragon your whole life. And that money will be a god over you.
Let's get back over here with that man. Damn, he's smart. So, hey, let's look at this. You've got a daughter. 18, is she 19?
19 years old.
19 years old. Would you have a lot of fear? She said, Daddy, I'm going down to PCB and I'm going to work at, somewhere down there.
No, she actually almost went to California right out of high school, and I didn't want her to go, and only because it's so far, and she's 19.
Yep.
Now, 18. Florida I'm fine with, Georgia I'm fine with.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get to her within an 8 or 9 hour or a quick flight, I have no problem. But to move all the way across the country at 18 years old, I wanted her to establish herself here first before she made that big leap. And that's probably just the dad being protective.
That's being fearful. That's what that is, and I don't blame you, but I do believe a lot of times parents hold their kids back out of their own fears.
Yeah.
So therefore they make the kids fearful. So if you're 23, 24 years old, right now is the time. If you ever want to go out and dick around for a year or two and make mistakes,
Go to Disney. Go
this is your time. And here's what I believe. If you'll do this, this is part of your life education. This is something that will give you skills down the road. See, take it from me. I'm 44 years old. And I was thinking about this the other day. I remember sitting in class watching that space shuttle Challenger blow up. I was in class.
You remember the girl, the teacher that was on it?
Christy McCall.
That's right.
She, so I remember watching this, and let me tell you, I came to this conclusion this weekend while I was running. The fact I saw that, I have never overcome the fear of flying. Because I saw that, I witnessed that, you know?
Yeah.
We all did in school.
I should have forced myself. Now, the way I fly now is I get drunk, Cousin Charlie. I hate to tell you this because you're judging me right now because you're Church of Christ and you're judging me. But the only way I can fly is if I drink. And I really think because I got an ear infection, movement bothers me a whole lot more. But I wish at my age I worked a lot harder on overcoming fears. I've let them grow into my adult life. And I really believe living starts once you do get outside of your comfort zone. I used to be scared to get on here and do this. I used to have to. Now I feel like I'm talking to, like this isn't even on. So I believe what you should do is force yourself to get uncomfortable, and then you'll be amazed at how much you grow. Charlie ain't judging you. God is. What is he saying about me, David Estes?
You know, in gymnastics, when the girls fall, the coaches make them get it back right up and do it again. Yeah. Otherwise, that fear, it takes months to overcome. Like they get mentally blocked.
Yeah, they do.
The
same things happens to us. So
I'll never forget it. Just a quick story. My son was playing football. And this is where John practiced. Well, the kid that's on the team got hit. I'm just talking about a linebacker stomach. He's about 8 years old. Mm-hmm. Well, he went over and told his mom and said, "Mom, I'm quitting." She said, "If you quit, you got to give me your phone or your Xbox, your PlayStation." You know what he said? "I'll help you box it up." And she let him quit. You know what I told my son when he got in the car? I said, "If you ever come over and act like you're going to quit, I'll kick your ass all the way home." I said, "Because once you sign up for something, you never quit." Yeah. I said, "Now, after the fact, if you don't like it, as long as you give it a fair shot, I'm okay with that."
Weatherman runs his house. He runs a tight ship. Don't you, Weatherman?
My wife does.
Hey, Kim Reynolds says hello, Weatherman.
Hey, Kim Reynolds, I think she's coming over here today. When are you coming over? Yeah. So, this is a concept that I'm developing. This is only my opinion, but for too long I focused on a professional development where I thought I would apply and get this job and it would make me better. But really, what makes you better is working on yourself first. So think about things that you would like to accomplish for yourself in life. Think about things that you would like to do that you might even think, I ain't getting ahead by doing this. But what you'll see is once you do these things personally, whether it's move off, whether you take a 3-month hiatus and go do things, what it does, it brings you new skills that you have that makes your professional life a lot easier. Are you following me, Cousin Charlie?
Right.
So it's always about your skill set that defines your ceiling for your professional development. And I believe there's so many things out there that people are not doing today. I wish, you know what, I'm 44, I could probably leave this right here and y'all could take over and nothing would miss a beat. I could be gone for a year. What if hey, could y'all do it?
No, I'm panicking, no.
So, what if I said, hey, I'm going to go on a month, I'm going to go to Alaska, or I'm going to do something. Man, think about the way your mind thinks when you push yourself in a circumstance like, first off, you got to overcome the fear just to go do it.
Yeah.
Then you get there, and what you develop out of yourself. Cousin Charlie, is there anything that you'd like to add?
He's thinking about he being a spotlight. If you go for a month, he's gonna take a seat thinking stick nowadays.
I know for certain that y'all could do it.
Hey, we had to call Tommy and say, "Hey, where are we gonna eat at today? You've been Alaska.
Where should I go eat?" So, Cousin Charlie, give me something where you developed personally that's helped you professionally.
I think the biggest thing I've had is stepping out of my comfort zone.
Who's forced you to get out of your comfort zone?
I tell you, you forced me to a lot.
That's the answer.
I'm sitting here on this camera right now.
I was looking for that answer.
But you need somebody that is going to force you. But you also need that person that's kind of also your cheerleader that's going to encourage you to do it. Otherwise, hey, you're going to be in that comfort zone the whole time and never even try to get out.
So the reason why I force you out of your comfort zone, Cousin Charlie, the only reason why I do that is because I've done it to me. I'm working on doing it for myself, and I can see the strides it's made for me. So, being involved in a personal coaching class has been life-changing for me. Life-changing. So, how long have we been going, Kathleen?
15 minutes.
All right, with that being said, hey, I see all these wishes coming in from our girl, Lisa Progar. It is her birthday. We will celebrate. If you want to stop by and give Lisa something. What do you want, Lisa? Let me help you out. Brittany said it. Carrie Ann Sears said it. Anybody else? Does anybody else want to wish our girl? Lisa.
Hey, she wants some crystals.
See, Lisa came here. She didn't know anything about real estate, but she did things to where she came here, and she is very good at taking a contract initial contract to close. She's like somebody that can come in and dissect a bomb. One of those people call.
It's like
so cool under pressure.
You're running a relay and you hand off the baton.
Yep.
When you hand off the baton to her, she runs her leg and you don't have to worry about it. And that's what makes a smooth transaction. Because she takes care of all the paperwork and everything set up, to where we don't have to worry about it.
Jimmy, I went from big fish in a small pond in Danbury, Connecticut, to a nobody in Vegas. I surrounded myself with higher performing people, and my game increased 11 times. See, man, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have gotten out of my comfort zone and gone somewhere. Think about the skills. Weatherman, you can always articulate things. Jim went from Connecticut to Vegas and didn't know anybody. What are the personal skills you think he had to develop in an area where he didn't know anybody?
I mean, you got to be a comedian. You got to fit in. You got to blend. But you're selling yourself short because you didn't have to go to Florida or Vegas. Because if you
I should have though.
But why? Look at your network. Look at the people that you surround yourself with. And that's exactly what he's talking about. You don't have to go to Vegas to do that.
I just think I should have gone there and come back. Because it gives you more belief in yourself.
Well, I understand.
I believe Jim probably can connect to people better than he could when he was in Connecticut, because it forced him to go out and build a whole new network. I think whenever you stay in your same community, I think you kind of get lazy about going out. Or I could, because honestly, I could come here and I could go home every single day and not talk to anybody outside of y'all.
But you don't do that. You make it a point. I hear firsthand the people you reach out to and talk to and communicate with, and believe me, you're constantly on the phone dealing with people, which makes you better at doing it. And hey, a lot of the stuff is all the stuff you're doing, so it makes those phone calls easier.
That's right.
You always said that this is not really. It's about helping you get better. So when you make a hard phone call or make a tough phone call, it's a lot easier for you now.
It is. You're right. So everybody, we're going to wrap this up by saying happy birthday to Lisa. Hey, everybody around here, we'll say happy birthday to her. But hey, here's what I want you to know. You'll be much happier. You'll be much more proud of yourself if you focus on you personally. You've got a long time to figure things out. See, I was in a race to make a lot of money, and I was broke as hell at 35 years old. Hey, I moved in with my mama. You know why I had to move in with my mama? Because I didn't do enough personal development to where I could overcome a bad economy. I didn't have good enough sales skills. So, whenever you move to another state, I'm just using that as an example. Don't limit this to that. But I'm saying, think about the different ways that you can personally and invest in yourself to get better. Life experiences is one of them. Doing jobs that you hate. Think about this. Most people will get ahead in life if they do things other people aren't willing to do. And too often, like parents, if their kid don't want to do something, you ain't got to do it. Come in here. You ain't got to do it. We should be a lot tougher on our young folks. So I was directing this message to people that are just getting out of college. You don't have to figure your life out right now, but what you need to do is make sure you're building your personal belief in yourself somehow or some way. Everybody,
Man, think how much money you'd save if you would think that Brandy moved back in over there.
with my mama.
Yeah, we get a Florida home quicker.
I don't know if that would. I don't know if that would. That would probably make me get lazier. See, the commitment I made to coaching this year. Whenever I made that decision, I was going to spend that much money. It horrified. It was scary.
Yeah.
I'd been drinking when I made the commitment. That made it a little easier. I had to do it. God,
pumping.
hey, you better do this. But the reason why I do this, the reasons why I put this thing out there in front of me, it forces me to work harder every single day. I'm investing in myself. Cousin Charlie, you said it one day driving down the road. I made the decision. It's time to bet on myself. Everybody, bet on you. Have a great day.